last year. I know this year is, speaking of Thursday evening, we turned the ball over twice and had a kickoff return for a touchdown. Marshall had a touchdown off our kickoff team. And, it really came out to situational football. And I thought our guys executed at a high level with situational football. And I think right before the half, anytime you go out and score on a 2-minute drive, right before half is big. And then at the end, our 4-minute offense. And that's something we practice every single day here, situational football. And it came to fruition. And I think our guys recognized that yesterday, brought it to their attention in the meeting yesterday about situational football. And you have to win certain spots in the game to be successful. And our guys, they practice that. And all the credit goes to them for buying into what we're selling. And again, close games, and that's what we have here at App State. We get everyone's best shot, and I'm sure it'll be no different this week.
As you think back to last year's game against Georgia State, defensively you guys really looked like regular App State. Offensively, it was a struggle all day. It felt like just nothing kind of got into rhythm. As you think back to what some of the symptoms were that maybe weren't as common for your offense last year, what are the things that went on last year that you can apply as lessons going into this year, realizing you're looking at a defense that's designed to look like the same one you're running here?
Yeah, we're very familiar with the defense. They do some things different than our guys do. Probably the biggest difference from last year is you have a healthy Corey Sutton, Thomas Hennigan, Jalen Virgil, Malik Williams. We're healthy at the receiver position right now, and that changes the dynamic of a football game. Last year we were a heavy run because that's what we had to do to have a chance to win the football game. And this year I think we can both run it and pass it to win the football game. And Chase is playing at a high level. Our receivers are playing at a high level. Our offensive line is blocking very well, and our tight ends are playing at a high level. So I think the biggest thing from last year is we're healthy this year. Some of the game, we looked at the tape late last night, and we made several mistakes that cost us some big runs last year. But I think the biggest difference is we have a healthy receiving core right now.
Couple of safety questions for you, both kind of going back to the pregame before Marshall. Saw Ryan Huff out there in full gear, warming up, kind of ran some reps with the ones, and then he didn't actually play in the game. What did you guys see pregame with him that made the decision to hold him out? And then question number 2 for you there, also saw Caden Smith getting some drill work in before the game. I know that's been a steady progression that you've mentioned several times. What would you say either of their status is going into this week or for Caden maybe going forward?
With Ryan was a game-time decision. He practiced, would have been Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and we thought he was going to be a go. All signs looked like he would be playing. Got in the pregame, and he talked to Scott, our trainer, and just didn't feel right. We weren't going to put him in there if he wasn't 100%. We have a lot of confidence in the guys behind him. So we put up those guys, and then Cato, he's back to practice right now. It's probably a 50-50 chance he'll play some this week. We're not sure yet. He'll practice. He practiced yesterday and looked good, but it all depends on how he does on Tuesday and Wednesday of this week to see if he plays or not. But he'll travel with the football team, and if he can go and he's healthy, and it's going to be his call. We're not going to put him in a situation to where it's just best for our football team. It's going to be what's best for him first, because he's given us heart and soul to this program, and when he's ready, we'll put him back in there.
All right, do we have any questions on Zoom today? All right, no questions. Any more in the room?
Sean, could you just evaluate the job the offensive line did? It seemed like you were able to run in a lot of different scenarios, even some kind of long-distance scenarios, and just what those guys did up front to kind of help, whether it was Nate or Cam or those guys, get free the way they did.
Yeah, I think Coach Carwell's done a great job with the offensive line this year of replacing 2 starters with Ryan Newsel and Noah Hannon. I think Bear Hunter stepped in at center and done a really good job for us. And anytime you bring Isaiah Helms in, a transfer from Western Carolina, he's kind of gave us that void in that area we needed at right guard. But again, those guys want to be very good. They know that that was the question mark going into this season was the offensive line, and they've answered the call with that. And there's a lot of things to improve on, but I was very pleased with the way they played. They played with a lot of effort and a lot of want to, and it really changed the game in some scenarios for us.
I apologize if I missed this when I was out. Just Georgia State offense. Can you kind of share a few remarks of just what you've seen from them and break them down just a little bit?
Again, there will be a run-first football team, and that's in their DNA, kind of like we are at Appalachian State with the run the football to win. They did go with the second-team quarterback against Auburn, and he's moved the ball well for them. They got 3 really good running backs. I think their offensive line is very well, and they got 3 or 4 receivers that can play anywhere in the country. And it's going to be a battle. It always is. Sean will have his team ready to play, and we will too. So it'll be a great showdown for opening up conference play.